Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Peezey channel and the Guitar Ladder System. If you really want to, create a musical mind and feed your musical ear, it's almost like having a software program installed in your subconscious mind. The Guitar Ladder System for $199 works. It's got a minimal approach, which is based on the science of neuroplasticity and the way the subconscious mind works. So if you're looking for a bunch of theory, a bunch of left brain bullshit, a bunch of definitions, a bunch of analyzations, I'm not your guy. But if you want to cut to the chase and cut the bullshit out and just feed your musical mind and develop your musical ear, take a quantum leap, this works. I'm going to raise the price pretty soon, but right now you can still order for $199. It's 100 studies. I don't send it all at once. A little at a time, 100 studies, video and chart. You can order at stevezookguitars.com. Just scroll down the home page, put in code SZ1097 in the comment box. I'll put you down for some bonus material, which I send once we get a foundation going a little bit first. If you don't see the comment box, just email that code SZ1097 to pokezoo@gmail.com. But the Guitar Ladder System works. As long as you don't overanalyze and you don't try to control things. And there's a lot of really great musicians as well as neuroscientists that have stated that, when you analyze and try to define everything and put everything into a cute little category, you actually slow down the flow state. You kind of slow down being in the zone. So it's really important just to feed the musical mind, feed the musical ear, feed your subconscious, create that musical folder in your subconscious mind, and your own subconscious mind will kind of assimilate and compare and contrast and teach your musical mind things even while you're sleeping. It really works. Hey, today's video is called Is This a Perfect Guitar? I'll tell you folks, I used to be a dealer for the Music Link for over 10 years. They even used to use some of my videos on their site, and we had a little bit of a falling out. No big deal. They're a good company. It's forced me to deal more in used stuff, but I've been thinking a little bit about starting my own guitar company. I don't know, it's kind of a big move. But this guitar kind of nails that old, 30s, 40s, Martin triple O, 17 or 0017, although the body size here is more like a 00017. But some of the best sounding acoustics I've had the last 30 years have been older Martins from the 30s, I had a couple 0017s. And this guitar reminds me a hell of a lot. Like, it actually sounds, I know people are going to think this is sales bullshit, but it's not. I don't work that way. I know I've learned a lot about guitar. I've been playing since I was 7. I'm 69 now, and I've had a lot of guitars, come through my collection that I've bought and sold and used in recordings and whatnot. I've learned a lot. I'm still learning, but I've learned a lot about what to listen for. I don't see how tone can get any better than this. I really don't. And I've just got 11s on this guitar. Now this is a 12th fret, which means, it meets the body at the 12th fret, which gives you extra tone because there's more fretboard on top of the body. And it's got a bit of a V to the back of the neck, but which is not my preference, but it's pretty comfortable because there's so much roundness on both sides, so it doesn't really bother me. And it's got, as you can see, the slotted headstock. This is an all solid mahogany guitar. I do believe this is a nitrocellulose finish. Anyway, I just, to me, this is the perfect. I mean, this note right here kind of says it all. I mean, this guitar's got that. It's so hard to describe tone, but it kind of reminds me of it. I grew up with a mom that was a world-class classical piano teacher. We had two big, 7-foot grand pianos in the music room, and this reminds. It's got a bit of that kind of grand piano tone, and mahogany just has such a beautiful mid-range and mid-bass, and even the treble is sweet. It's got definition and articulation, but with a sweetness to it. But now the reason you're not seeing my left hand, because I'm trying to, I'm trying to bring out the tone of the guitar. This is a model ROS 616. I think it's a nitrocellulose finish. I'm not 100% on that, but it just sounds so good. I think the thing about it is it's got the overtones, but even the overtones have kind of a growly, definition, which is sweet yet articulate. It kind of sounds like a paradox, I know, but not so much a performance. It's just. Anyway, this guitar just sounds unbelievable. Can you hear that? And I've only played it when I did a video when I first got it. It sounded pretty good, but man, I've only played this guitar a few hours now. It's already coming into its own. I can only imagine what it's going to sound like in another, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 hours. It's a lot of guitar. I mean, I've had a lot of guitars come through my hands. This is not cute sales bullshit. But, and I've sold several of the 616s back when they made them. I'm not sure why they quit making them. Probably too expensive to make. But this one sounds better than all the other ones I've had. You hear that kind of growly? I mean, the mid, it's all in the mid range, and the mid bass is a lot of the magic of guitar. And a lot of guitars, especially dreads, and even some of the double O size and triple O size, they're just very, very, the bass is very undefined and not very musical. And having a musical bass and musical mid range is really important. I put on a couple more strings today because I had changed 4 the other day, so I'm probably getting a little bit of. But yeah, man, listen to that. I mean, that's just some really beautiful tone. I don't think you can beat an all solid mahogany guitar. That's why one of my sons plays guitar, and he's heard almost every guitar that's come through my guitar project, And he said his favorite guitars I've ever had were the 30s Martin 0017s, and this is very close to it, except for more of like a triple O size. But yeah, you could just hear that tone, like I said. Anyway, is this the perfect guitar tone? I think it is. I know that there's a lot to that subject because it's subjective, depends on what your ear picks up on. But what I'm talking about is a guitar that has the overtone series. The overtone series makes all the notes kind of bloom, but in a gentle explosion, like the opening of a flower in a rainforest or something. It's like there's a warmth to that, but there's an articulation, definition. It's just a beautiful tone, man. I don't see how it can get any better than that. Really, this is really going to be a hard guitar to let go of, because man. What a sound. Yeah, you know, we all hear a little bit differently. So my main point is that all solid mahogany wood guitar really produces a beautiful, beautiful voice that has that magic mojo mid-range and mid-bass married to an orchestral balance between the mid-bass, and the treble. I just don't see how you can... I mean, playing this guitar, I know people are going to probably message me and say, oh, you're full of shit. It's kind of a spiritual experience because it just sounds so good and it just seems to kind of resonate in your body. Just want you to hear this because I've only played this guitar a few hours and it's already opened up tremendously. The tone has just changed big time. I think it likes, I live probably about a half a mile from the ocean. I think acoustic guitars like being here because I think they absorb just a little bit of moisture, man, just a little bit of moisture, just slight amount, enough to kind of help the guitar relax, if that makes any sense. Yeah, this is a tremendous instrument. So, these are all relatively new strings, so anyway, unbelievable guitar. Yes, I'm excited about it. Really don't want to sell it, but I mean, if I fall in love with it, I work really hard. There's certain people out there who bought 3, 4, 5 guitars from me, and they just let me know, I really love everything I got from you. They realize I work really hard to find great guitars. It's a small little business I have, but I mean, I have to love a guitar to invest in it, to buy and sell, resell it, and it's always hard to let go of the great ones. But yeah, it's that combination of having a little bit of air around the notes with that overtone bloom and with a sweetness and a musicality that's kind of woody, reverby, and overtones, but yet does not lack definition. Most acoustic guitars kind of suck in the mid-range and the mid-bass and even the bass. They get kind of a thuddy shit howdy. Nothing against that. I love a lot of country music, but I'm just saying. Anyway, this is a hell of a box. Hopefully you can hear that. The reason I'm doing this video again is I want people to hear the guitar, how it's opening up over a few hours of playing time. I can only imagine what it's going to be like. What it's going to be like in another, 10 hours or 20 hours. What a guitar. Yes, I'm in Dadgad. And yes, it doesn't sound great just because it's in Dadgad. I get messages, texts like that off my YouTube once in a while. It's like, come on. this guitar, I don't see how tone can get any better than this. And yeah, this thing's got it sounds like a Baggs pickup. I don't know exactly what kind of pickup is in there, but I mean, I've had a lot of pickups over the years, and it really has that natural Baggs sound. So that's not a cheap pickup, by the way. It could be $200-300. And if it's a vintage Baggs, it's even worth more, because he used to work on my guitars before he made it big. He had a shop in Santa Monica. One of the coolest guys I've ever met in my life, and smart as a whip. And I'm not into formal religion. He was. But the way he shared some spiritual thoughts was so beautiful. It wasn't preachy. He kind of talked about perfection and order and things working out from positive faith. And I really enjoyed hearing what he had to say, because I'm really into positive faith and meditation and consciousness development. But man, playing this guitar is a spiritual experience, and I don't care if that sounds a little sales bullshit, because it's not. I know what I'm doing, folks. I know a great guitar when I have it in my hands, and this guitar, I could take this guitar to a guitar store and play guitars in the $3,000 to $12,000 range, or even more, and it would probably sound better than all of them. It just has a tremendous finish. This might be really old mahogany that they got. It might be older than some of the other. Anyway, that's some real tone, guys and gals. And keep in mind, I'm using a $100 Zoom Q3 with super small mics. Somebody asked me the other day about what I use for recording. A guy bought a Martin from me, and I'm just using a little $100 Zoom Q3 with super small, cheap mics. And so what you're hearing is a tremendous guitar. Here's a great chord, by the way. Oops. I'll let you see it. A little more oomph. Anyway, is this the perfect guitar tone? Man, I can't think of another guitar I've ever had that has this tone. What a tone. I think I'll stop right there. Yeah, man, what a voice, huh? Again, it's that combination of it's resonant and warm and woody reverby, but also has definition and articulation. That's a hard, and it's got that growl. Hear that growl? really am. I'm blown away by this guitar. I just sold a Martin D35 that was hard to let go of, but it's such a beautiful guitar. I'm glad it found a good home. But yeah. But yeah, this is a tremendous... All right, folks. I know it's hard, but let's all keep the positive faith, and let's have an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for what you have, and the universe will share more with you. Ciao.